What is happening?
Here it goes. Here we are. So this is Sis, Let's Unpack It. And so I'm Cherrell, and this is my big sister Tisha. We are both trained therapists who do not want to participate and practice in actual therapy, but we're sisters in real life. And I know that this lady, the things that come out of her mouth, she thinks it's me. I know for certain it's her. And so we thought we'd just give our hand. Everybody around here got a microphone and everything. So we thought we'd give our hands at just having a sister chat. So here we are. And sister, tell us a little bit about yourself. What you got going on around there?
Around here?
Yeah, around there. Tell me who you are, what you got going on, what's going on. Tell me.
So, like what the world don't know about me? Is that what you want?
Yeah. What are you okay with the world knowing about you?
Oh, what I'm okay with, let people know it. Okay. Well, yeah, I am a social worker, and
yes,
that's what I do, and I work for a
hospital, very well,
which is a big change for me. Yes. And it's something I desire to do, and I love it. I don't
know how. I do not want to play with the old folks. I don't want to play with them.
I can't play with people's kids and stuff because somebody going to jail and somebody going to hell. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't do children because I can't do with little Nakanika somebody, giving me attitude. I can't do that. You know what I mean? I can't. Somebody sent me an email, a very sweet email. I'm going to show it to you later.
Yeah.
And they wanted to know if I would come to work in their middle school. The devil is a lie. I cannot do my money because I can't deal with all of this. I can't deal with and then the mother and the father and all that.
Right.
That's not what I do. So yes, I study everything under the sun and moon in regards to geriatrics because it is my passion.
Yes,
it's why I work for hospice and I love it.
Yes.
And I love social work with everything in me, as my sister said, but not on Saturdays. No time on Sundays.
Come on now. Come on now.
After 5:00.
Okay. Hello.
And I thought I was gonna go more into that one-on-one because mine is the CBC. That's my thing because I need you to do the work.
Right. Yes. I need you to do the work, not me.
Not me, because yes, professionally I can sit with my pad and my listen and then do all that and take some notes and go through the cognition and the theories and the feelings and what's this and what's that from DSM to Encyclopedia.
Come on now. But I'm not interested. I'm not interested.
I can't. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like if I feel like somebody's actually doing the work, we could work here. We could do something here. Like, you can call me up and be like, Miss Tisha, just real quick, I want you to know though, step 1 to 3. I feel like I'm making waves with that. I want to know if we can discuss it on Thursday. All right, we got somewhere. But you're gonna sit your fat, nasty ass on my and put a dent in my chair for 40 minutes, and we're gonna go over and over and over again. We're not doing that. I'm not concerned of why, this happened in your relationship, but you're not making changes, right? You're not making no changes, no strives to make anything better. You're hopeful,
right?
And you thinking you're prayerful. If you want to go get deep,
right?
You're praying without work,
right?
So then what are you doing? Why are you wasting my time? This time I could be doing something else.
That's it. So when I was in grad school and doing my internship, my site supervisor was there was a case that was going on that someone else was presenting, and he was like, she just won't. It was a couple, and he was like, she just won't be honest. And so the site supervisor goes, well, it could take someone a year to feel comfortable to be honest. And I looked at her and I had to chime in. Excuse me. Hell no. I ain't doing that. A year? You think you're going to sit in my face for 1 year and take me all around the world and and not be honest? Get the hell out the chair and get the hell out my office and go on and be married someplace else. I ain't got time. A year for honesty? You don't really want... You ain't here playing games and you don't really want to do no damn work. And I'm not really interested in nothing you got. And if I can't sit and say, oh, excuse me, oh no, I don't have time for this. So like, okay, goodbye. Then that's why I'm not interested. That's why I'm not interested in
and
being
then
a
you got this
therapist.
couple, you can't tell him what she said, and you can't tell her what he said, and nobody's getting anywhere. He wants you to keep his secrets, she wants you to keep your secrets for a whole year. And so my whole thing is we're not getting anywhere. Here we go. Here's the answer. I'm not gonna say no names, but here's the answer.
Right. It's here.
Sex is whack. You're broke. He's sick of you, and that's it. Her.
Right.
She got exactly. Issues. He got issues. Nobody's going to ever get fixed. And I'm not sitting here for a whole year. I'm not.
I'm not, right? What you said. So I'm not giving you the answers. The answer could be A, B, C, or D. Which one is it? Right. Right? It's stay together, separate, divorce, or you know what I mean? Like, which is the answer?
Yes. And then they want to catch you by the elevator. But did he ever mention like I can't? No.
Yeah,
no.
And I think it's also the process that they take us through. So wait a minute, as we went back to school as, older adults, we had children, we was working and everything else. So wait a minute, you want me to come in here? I got to work 40 hours. I got to tend to these here children. I got to cook dinner, clean, go take them to school. And then I got to go to school myself. And then I have to find some hours in the day in order to see other people for free.
Right.
And excuse you? No, I'm tired. I don't want to do nothing now. I'm burnt out. You burnt me the hell out during this damn internship that I didn't get paid for, so you can go to hell. Okay. And then I get out of internship and then, intern until we're licensed. You want to pay me $50 an hour. Hey, what? No. And you getting billed, you getting paid 150, 200, and you want to give me $50 an hour. I'm not interested. You could take that and go put it in your pipe and smoke it. I'm not interested. No, thank you.
And smoke it.
Yeah, put it in your pipe and smoke it. Yeah. Like the indigenous people, like how, right? Ohio, and go in that TP and go do what you do and get the hell out my face. All right. Thank you. I don't have time. I cannot do it.
No, do it.
So that brings me to something that you shared with me. And I have it here about the woman who was dating this man, and then she scrolled up on social media and saw that he was getting married. So she was like, social media, help me. So I'm going to share it. I'm going to present it. Now, listen now, we're going to see how this go. Jesus. And let's see what happens. Okay.
Was that Shirley Murdoch that wrote that song?
Sure did. As we lay. Yeah. So here it is. I'm going to see if we can play it. So here we go.
Okay.
In my house after spending the night with me. So imagine my surprise when I go online and I see a video that his friend posted of Arnold getting married after he had just been telling me he wanted to have a child with me. I had no idea he had a whole fiance. That's her name and that's his name. They ended up going to the club after the wedding. Weird. He doesn't even look like he's enjoying himself. This is the demon that calls himself a man of God. That's him calling me Saturday at noon to tell me he was going to the dentist when in reality he was on his way to his wedding. These are random videos of me always at his house with timestamps. Him always asking to hang out with me. 2 weeks ago, he went to Miami for a supposedly birthday party. Turns out it was his bachelor party with strippers included. As soon as he landed, he came to pick me up to spend the night with him. Where was his fiance? His friends and family know about this and they are enabling this behavior. I have known this man for 6 years and I never thought he would do this to me. TikTok, help me find her so she can find out who he really is.
Okay. Let's see if I come back. Okay. So I have some thoughts. What are your thoughts first? What are your thoughts? And let me tell you something. For those that don't know, if you don't know my sister, let me tell you something here. If there was anybody on the earth that you need to know because you want to get back at that trifling, no good, sorry, good for nothing man, my sister is it. Baby, the things that she come up with and the things she tell people to do, I'm just going to say, I'm going to give you a little example. Somebody who she was dealing with, he had tried her just a little bit, like this much, like that much. And I promise you, she sent a packet, a DSS packet, a social services intake packet to his mother's house where he was residing. So I just need you to know these are the things that my sister does. So, all right, sis, what say you? What you got to say about this here?
Well, first of all, sister girl came with her receipts, okay, and
she did.
She came with her receipts, and I didn't even know people were still doing that at this big old age.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like they still doing the both thing going on. So what he thought, see, that couldn't have been none of my sisters or something, because like, why you on there? Why TikTok is helping you find it? I would have been at the door. You already know how I do. Like in the car going to the door. And I'm not going there with the goal to hurt her. You know what I'm saying? My goal is not to go there to hurt her. But
absolutely.
If you want to use the word enlighten or inform, we'll call it that. But you're not going to play me like that for a whole year. And for 6 years, you're doing the whole chase, we friends, we this, we that. And then you off getting married and you find out on Facebook because, everybody put their whole life on Facebook. Right?
Amen.
So, girl, he tried me. Try. See, like once all that came out, I understand she angry, she hurt, but she's not angry enough. Sister, call me. She's not angry enough.
Well, but here's my take on it, and I'm gonna tell you, and here's this. She knew he was with somebody else, and this was her play at trying to make it seem, I think, that she didn't know. She absolutely knew. You know why? Those are all mistress photos, and we all goddamn know them. Those are mistress receipts. And hello, somebody, I would damn know. All right, okay. She knew about this. I'm just saying. I'm saying what I'm saying. You got to be honest, right? And if we don't do nothing else, sis, that's what we do. We honest with one another. But she ain't got no photos of her with him. She got photos and videos of him when he's not looking. He's doing push-ups. He's not looking at her. He's washing the car. She know. And she don't got photos of like, oh, we're at the restaurant. Oh, it's my birthday. She ain't got them photos. She got late night screenshotting them on FaceTime. She knew that he was dealing with somebody else.
Sis. That's a good point. Because now that I think about it, and I did see 2 other videos. I think I saw another one before with him and her. But you're right. You know what? I kind of think about it now. See, I just caught a flashback. I got a flashback. I just caught another one. Okay.
Yes.
You might be on something, sis.
Yeah, because think about it, right?
Know about the wife, or you think that she know about him being with anybody else?
I think she knew about that girl. And I think so. Everybody ain't bold enough to say this is who I am, this is what I did, and that's that. She's hurt, and so it's like extortion. I know she said, yo, I'll expose you, keep playing with me. And he was like, oh, girl, shut up, whatever, and what have you. And then boom, she dropped it because I got a man, right? And now that we're in a different situation in our lives, I am not filming him doing push-ups. For why? I am not filming him washing the damn car because I'm not excited to be there. This is my man, my regular old dude, and he getting gas and everything else. I don't need to prove to nobody that we together. Why do you have those receipts? You don't keep receipts of men that you think are just your man. Come on, sis.
Right. That's true. That's true.
If it's my man, this regular everyday stuff.
You have what you do is when he's your man, you have memories, you have good pictures, you have this, that, and another. But when you on the side or do what you're doing on the whatever you want to call it, mistress, side chick, whatever like that, you have what we call receipts. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And
then
you put them in a folder.
Amen. Oh, okay. Yeah. Because then we let you know who you. That's exactly it. We let you know. Oh, who you playing with? Who you was playing? Oh, you was playing with me? Here you go. So that's what that is. And she just didn't know how to get in touch with old girl. That's all because, right? Maybe old girl has her pages. What they said?
I'm sorry. Did they say? Yeah, somewhere I think I said that they said that the wife. One of them, I think I said I saw it. Did the wife respond? Did she respond?
Oh, I don't. I don't know. I just saw the things that you sent. So I was like, oh, okay, sis, let's go ahead and make this a little situation. But for there, when she was like, I think she said I think maybe in the second one after TikTok found her, maybe that's when she said something. But again, I just don't think, people pages be private and whatnot. So she can't send it from her page or a friend of hers, to say this is what's going on. And these are receipts. And he can explain some of that stuff away. Oh, this girl is just da, 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 da. So, and here's the other part about women that stay. Here we go. We're going to do it because we said we was going to be honest. Here's the thing. Women are all right. They will stay with a cheating ass man because the fear is for the wife sometimes is, oh my God, if I leave him, this girl will get my happily ever after. So she be damned if somebody else get her happily ever after. So she likes the way that it looks. She may be miserable on the inside.
She don't want him, but she don't want nobody else to have him.
Right.
But she doesn't has him.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying for the wife. I'm thinking for the wife in this situation, sometimes wives stay because they feel like if I leave, then he's just going to immediately replace me with old girl. And I like the perks and the benefits. So I'm just going to put my head in the dirt and we going to be a happy family. I don't know what this heifer thought, but we going to be happy. That's what she likes to portray, so sometimes, and that women don't mind their man cheating. They know he cheat. That's why when, Barbara Carl Shirley, she go, girl, get off my phone with this nonsense because I ain't going to let you disrupt this happy home, bitch. Right? And hang the phone up. Yeah. Not this bitch coming over here trying to take and mess up my goddamn happy home. Hell no. And she hang the goddamn phone up. Because also, let's be honest. I've been married, and being married to a man that was he was the primary caretaker. He was the breadwinner. He made more money than me. If he left, then my situation was going to be a little shaky. I don't want no shaky situation, and I ain't going to let this bitch cause me to have one. You want to go over there and play with her? Do so on your time. But, bitch, pay these bills in here. Hello? Hello? Hello?
You don't want a DSS application. That's why.
Okay? I have 4 children around here. 4. All right? 4. 4. Bring that paycheck in here. Okay. So yeah, I don't mind a little. Some women don't mind a little cheating. What happens is they get upset when other people come to them. Because see, when your girlfriend or somebody else find out, now you got to do something. Now this bitch looking at you like, what you finna do? I know you ain't finna stay with that cheating, lying ass man. So you want to save face and your pride make you go home and go, tell that raggedy bitch, and you want to do all that. I ain't doing none of that. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. That's it. Hey, you paying these bills? I will let all my friends know, bitch, we is happy in here. All right. What he do outside in here ain't got shit to do with me. Hello? All right. Thank you. And truth be told, let's have this conversation. That's what all them basketball wives and football wives and all them, they sign up for that shit too. And if you think they're going somewhere and messing up their happy home, they not. Hello, Brandy Maxiel?
I think that when you, like you said, to the point of when he's the breadwinner and he's making all the money and the woman doesn't feel sufficient, like, where am I going to go? Like you said, with these 4 kids, how am I going to manage this mortgage? How am I going to manage, their school and tuitions and all this other stuff without, you know what I mean? How am I going to manage? That's why you have to have a plot and a plan. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, somebody. Yes.
Is a part of staying for a little while. You know what I mean? You got to do that. What I tell you in my book, I freaking put my money in a damn maxi pad. Take the pad, open it, slice the middle out, stack up my money, put the tape back on, because that's the only place he wasn't looking. So where I stack my money at when, here we are, talking about 30-something years ago, whatever. But you have to do a plan on how I'm going to do this. And then in hindsight, being younger, you do things based off emotion. As you grow and you mature, you start to think of things with a plan. No matter what it looks like to everybody else. Trust me, I have a plan.
All right now.
You might want to move out my way because when this plan ignites, when
it's go time, baby, it's go time. And I told y'all, my sister was in here talking about, and you open the maxi. These are things I don't think about. My mama ain't tell me this. My mama did not tell me this. She didn't tell me that
because I had to figure out how to keep some money and stuff like that. And my father, being a man that he was, he used to tell me, you want him to come, you know what I'm saying? If you want him to come or you want him to leave, you always got to do the opposite. You know what I'm saying? You want me to stay away, start that whining, and I'll miss you when I love you. I want you to come home, whatever. Because you know he out, you know he's doing whatever. He gonna stay out because he knows you home and you whining for him. But just disappear. See how fast he come back around. Where you at?
Let me tell you something about your father, Michael. He wasn't no liar. Let me tell you that right here and right now. Yeah. He was a player from back in the day because you know what? Make a whole lot of sense to me. Yeah, 2 + 2 is 4. That math. I got it. I caught it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So these are things that I've learned over the years. When I was in my 20s, I'm crying and snotting boogers, and and the thing about it, repeating the same shit. Keep repeating it. But as you grow and you learn the power that you do have, you start doing things a little different. You know what I mean? I start doing things a little different. You start, your plans change, you know what I'm saying? And you start to sit back and be like, okay, trying to be mature about things. And then as soon as you say, then you meet somebody or whatever, and you start trying me. Now I'm gonna get you and all your monkey kids. Oh, see, I don't went there. I mean,
yes, the running joke is that my sister was dealing with this man, and to his face, she called his children ugly and his grandchildren, told him that they look like monkeys.
All of them, every last one of them, of every breed.
And this is why I also know, learning from you, sitting and being with you, I also know men will tolerate a whole bunch of stuff because I don't know. Can't no man stand in my face flat-footed with his chest poked out and refer to my children as monkeys. We fighting. I don't give a shit. You understand? Like, we're fighting. And no, you can't have no more of my cookies. You understand? You are on punishment forever and a day.
You're not going to try my nerves and then want to beg me to stay. And you know what? Because I'm asking you to leave me alone. I'm in my peace. I'm building this aura, my feng shui. I'm building it here. And then you try me. And I told you to leave me alone. Your big freaking big back stomach on the steering wheel. Leave me alone. Going on over there to your wife who looks like a fucking usher every goddamn day. It's too hot for them stockings. And your kids and the grandkids. And what the fuck you do? Who glues a bow to their baby's hair? Let her hair grow. She's 5. The bitch looks like she's 9. And she got a fucking bow right here. Where's the back? Like, so you don't take me there. Don't tell me I'm acting ugly. I'm acting ugly. You ugly. She ugly and all your kids is ugly. All the way down to the grand. And the one who's pregnant, her baby too, ugly. The fuck out of here. So I'm acting ugly. I'm acting ugly because you can't get back in my bed. That's why I'm acting ugly.
Yep.
No.
But that's exactly it.
Like a 100-pound ass on my fucking bed. Who told you to gain them 300 pounds in the last 3 months? You stress it? Fuck out of here.
And that's what I'm saying. You can't call my kids all those names and think that I want to get back in your bed. I don't. You can't. Don't even think about getting in my bed. There's no bed. There's no bed between us. I don't want you to think about me in the bed.
We're not doing none of that. I understand all of that. But then leave me alone. You don't want me to call the kids ugly. That's all I called them was ugly. He said I was ugly.
And that's my point. That's my point between men and women. Yeah, it's the difference because ain't no way in all the land. So you taught me that because men, they don't care. That's the problem. They don't care. You call everything he got ugly and him, and he still was like, "But can I come back?" And that's
don't be like that. Don't say that. Don't be like, you know this, you know that, or whatever, and everything. But when I start cutting deep, that's your cue to leave me alone. Get off.
He still didn't though. That's what I'm saying. And they still come back. That's why I know it don't matter. I learned that. You taught me that. Yeah. So, which I'm glad that we're having this conversation. So the next one that you sent me was about the guy. And he said, hold the line. Let's get here. Wait a minute. Hold up. Here we go. What I got to do? I'm going to find it. Here you are. Boop, boop. Am I sharing my screen yet? Hold the line. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Here we go. No. Yes, I'm going to present. What do I... you got to stop doing this. You got to forgive me because
It's all
here we go.
I don't know, but I told you, I still haven't found the volume. I'm just sitting here still. Don't even want to move.
You are right.
I'm going to go get my coffee because I might unplug something. I don't even know. Here we go.
Here we go. Let's see what he's got to say. Here we go. Uh-oh.
Oh.
it's been rumored that DeAndre Ayton, newly acquired Lakers center, took some woman, flew her out to Turks and Caicos, and left her there, stranded. Now, we are living in an age where a lot of women, because of their physical beauty, think that men are just going to spend exorbitant amounts of money as if their presence is truly the present. When the fact of the matter is these men are investing and expecting some level of physical reciprocity.
They
They
are.
want a treat to go along with all the tricking you expect them to do. So I would say to women, if your expectation is not to reciprocate in that way, then you better damn sure make sure you got the money to get back home, you got the money to pay your dinner tab, or any other situation where you're having a man shell out money and you don't want to have that kind of intimate level with him. The second part I'll tell y'all is a lot of times these drop dead gorgeous women, not all, but I would say 9 out of 10 are lacking substance.
Ooh.
They're not funny. They can't communicate. They're standoffish. They're
okay. So let's see. Here we go. All right. So what did you think about that? About what he had to say about, because really the truth of the matter is exactly that. I think a lot of times the currency is sex. Men want it. Women got to give it up for the things that they want. I don't know. What are your thoughts, sis?
Women, it's sad but true. Women been paying their debt, their entryway, their level up.
Yeah.
with the cat, with the candy box. They've been paying with it for ages. You know what I mean? I don't care how classy you want to put it. I don't care how you want to say it. I don't care how you want to fix it. You're doing it. Even wives to their own husbands. It's like, girl, I need that extra money for that wig. Let me get in here with Charles. Or whatever the case may be. In this particular case, I don't know. Again, I'm asking you, is this what women are doing? My mother wouldn't even let me go to the movie with my friends unless I had my own money to get there and get back. You understand what I'm saying? And my children the same way. Where you going? How you getting there? You got money, get back. You know what I mean? So he's taking this woman. Is he flying out? So they never did no. They ain't never had no sex. They ain't never did nothing before they went.
Right.
They didn't have. You just met her. You had nothing but conversation before y'all went.
Yeah, he was. I'm sure he was in her DM like, "Oh, you so gorgeous," blah 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 blah. And he was like, "Yeah, want to get flued out," and that's that city girl shit. And that's the thing. Want to get flued out? You do got to flew them panties down to the ground. That's what you got to do. You got to slide them to the side. You got to perform, sis. And so I will tell you this, right? And so, my dude and I have lots of conversations. And so sometimes he said to me the other day, he was like, you're either naive or you pretend to be naive. And I was like, what? Right? Like, what are you talking about? And he was talking about as it pertains to men. So we were having conversation about Judah. Judah's in college. She is a soror. So she's around all, the Greeks or whatever. And he's like, yo, y'all need to be teaching your daughters not to go up to their room. So here I go. Queen feminist. Whatever do you mean? We need to be, as a society, we need to be telling boys that they need to keep their hands, feet, toes, eyes, nose, lips, everything to themselves. And my daughter should be able to go wherever she want to go. And he said, you're right. So he's like, I'm not saying you're wrong. You are right. That should be what happens. He was like, but the reality of the situation is that is not what is happening. And you want to equip her and keep her as safe as possible. Don't go up to their room at 3:00 in the morning because they only have one thing on their mind. And even though you're like, I don't want to do anything, and no means no, all of that is true. But again, you want to be safe. It's like, do you think it's a good idea to go to the ATM by yourself at 3:45 in the morning?
No.
Do you? And if not, then stay your ass away from the goddamn ATM and go between the hours of 9 to 5.
Right.
And so same with, you want to get flued out, baby, that comes with a cost and a price. And then you're behind there and can't get back home. What are we really talking about?
The lies they tell. Because here's the thing, even when just one thing about Judah, about my niece, because I know you already told her the same thing I told my girls and my boys. When you go into social events to this day, when somebody, you never leave your drink unattended.
No,
I
never.
don't care what. You know what I mean? People may say it's gross, but let somebody else hold it or take it to the bathroom with you. I'll dump it out and you just buy another one. Because you know why? Because it just takes that fast for somebody to dump something into your drink and it be a whole other thing. I've seen that happen even with adults. That part. Now I'm being flown out because I've been flown out.
All right, come on and talk about it, sis.
In my day. However, I'm flown out with somebody that already, because I don't know why people be lying. You already know what your feminine tendencies and wants.
Thank you. You know what you're gonna do. So let's not play this game.
And during by conversation that there's an attraction or a mutual attraction. Let somebody bugly ugly in your inbox. You're gonna be clicked like what?
Yeah, exactly.
It's somebody that's looking good and happens to have this money.
Yep.
And it's a couple ends behind his name.
Absolutely.
You go out there. What I'm mad about is you didn't have your own money. You didn't have nothing. So like that, I have a real problem with it. Like I said, when I've been never flown anywhere else somewhere, because it's not taking nobody's train. If I'm ever flown out to somebody, and I have been, it's somebody where I already know there's a mutual attraction there or whatever. We're gonna go, we're gonna have a nice time or whatever case may be. But guess what? When sister get ready to leave, I'm leaving. With or without that part. I'm leaving. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I'm leaving. I'm doing what I want to do.
When I want to
make sure I'm straight. I can play broke. I can play broke, but trust me, there's a comma somewhere that I could go and come if I need to. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I'm not going nowhere with nobody and letting him fly me nowhere. Matter of fact, I don't even get in a car, sis. I'm not even getting in a car with somebody when I was dating because I got sisters who's coming and checking the license plate. What you said? You a thug in these streets? Okay. My sister checks the license plate and she tells this gentleman friend a couple years ago, you take care of my sister, you better this, you better that, because I'm a thug in these streets. He's 6'7". He's looking at her like, all right. But she's like all in front of the car and everything. Like, but that's what protection does. Like, let me get this license plate real quick. Let me get a picture of you real quick. Because my sister's leaving this party with you and I want to make sure she's all right.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. And so I'm wondering, and is that the thing? Like, I guess my question is, and think that's the city girls era, because again, our Mother's Day told us what it was. Johnny let me know what it was very early on. Baby, if you going over here, this what it is, and expect it.
Yeah.
And don't go unless that's the case. So why go someplace, then want to put on, your onesie night and zip it all the way up with a chastity belt? Yeah. And I'm not saying that it's right. So let me say this. I'm not saying that it's right, but also I'm saying, why put yourself in a situation to get flued out, not want to give nothing up, and then be shocked and surprised when he leave your ass and kick you out of the room and call somebody else in when they got money like that. And I think that's the thing that women don't understand. When they have money like that, it's nothing. You are not that special. It's not a big deal. And because that's all they're after. I think lead with that first. Your first mind should be, men are only after this. They only want the cat. They only want the cookie. That's it. And when you stop giving up the cookie, that is when they stop giving up the gifts.
Exactly. And then even if we don't know the whole story, like, does something happen? Did she change her mind? Maybe she got turned off about something he said or did. He looked, smelled, anything could change her mind. We've been on dates before with people, and all of a sudden you be like, nah, you know what? Let me just get an Uber because I'm not even going there.
Babe, let me tell you where I got to in this situation. I got down to bra and panties, and I was like, no, all right, I want to go home now.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? And I'll tell you this, but if he'd have been like, all right, so get home, baby, I'd have called a cab. I'd have called my grandma. I'd have called somebody. I know somebody was coming to get me.
Right.
And so that also was no big deal for me because I know how to get home. Baby, I'd have made it happen. So also, that's just it, though. I'm prepared, and I was always prepared. Like, if you want to act up, no problem. And I will, just take my things and myself and go home. Thank you very much. So yes, at any time, you have the right to say no. I said no right when I felt like it. So, and also, I also recognize that what a gentleman he was, because maybe had he been somebody different, I also understand just how dangerous of a situation I had put myself in. But to be young and dumb, you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I get that. And so kudos to him. He did the right thing. Right. And I'm thankful for that. But that was but that's also something you need to be mindful of. So while you're saying I can say no at any time, you can, but it's dangerous. And I think that's something that a lot of women know, but these young girls, I'd be worried for them.
I'd be worried for them. And like in this situation, like I said, was that her intention? Or like I said, did something happen and she changed her mind or whatever? But even so, she didn't have the coins to even go to, God help us, to a Motel 6. Like she could even say, all right, whatever.
Right, and go to the Red Roof Inn or something. I'm like, girl, you ain't have nothing.
To one of those. And that's the sad part about it, because somebody's mama failed somewhere and then say, or even that best friend, they so hype you going, but where is that friend to say, you know what?
Yeah, sure can you make it back on your own though?
To you or something. Make sure you got, the charger and your, things that we tell each other as girlfriends. Girl, make sure your phone's charged. Make
sure that phone is charged, sis. Yeah, and so that's kind of, I guess that's the thing. Like, I think I'm baffled at the fact that you went someplace and you weren't able to get yourself home now. And it's also a different situation. It's a different situation. Like when it's your dude. Excuse me. I'm sorry. When I go someplace, and I was thinking about that for myself, I went, well, wait a minute. When I go away with that man, I don't bring nothing. It might be a pack of gum. That's all I got, because I'm not paying for anything. I'm not paying for.
That's with your man. He don't have to try no foolishness like that, because when he come back, girl, don't get me started on Belly's World. Okay? I'm not gonna get you started. Don't get me started.
I'm not.
It's a whole another chapter. The newspaper front line gonna be something totally different. The headline on channel 2, 4, and 7 gonna be something different if your man. I'm talking about your man. Try some foolishness like that, because you go on vacation. He's just like, babe, we agree on a vacation. He's gonna book everything. We're gonna go. We might argue out there. That happens. We argue all the time, or disagree, or whatever. But it's never gonna be a such thing that you're gonna leave me anywhere. Leave me.
No, but I do. So our last vacation was terrible. We fought real bad, and I was like, you know what? Fuck all this. Like I thought, you know what? He was talking crazy. I was like, I'll flip this whole motherfucking table over, because I don't know who the fuck. Like, all right, I started going up, and then I said to myself, self, and myself said, yeah, girl, and I said, get home. I said, hold it, bitch, and I did. I held it. That was and that's why I know it was on a Wednesday. It was on a Wednesday, and I held it till the Sunday. Now, could I have gotten myself home? Yes. But then I was like, damn, we ordered a car, from the airport. So then I got to get to the plane, got changed my flight. Then I got to Uber home. I just didn't want to do all that. I was like, you know what? I'm going to just put it, because I decided I'm going to be with this man, I guess. So, you know what I mean? It's not like, I guess we breaking up maybe. So I just had to hold it, and I did. But sometimes you got to hold that thing. I could have got home if I needed to. I just chose not to. But it's that part that my man.
You remember in that scene with What's Love Got to Do with It, when Tina ran her ass across the street to that motel across the street?
Absolutely.
She ran like her life depended on it.
And her life did depend on it. Her life did depend on it. Yes, God.
Depended on it. That's how two things, like get out, whatever hour, like I would have been like, all right, whatever. I probably would have been shocked, or even like, oh shit, no, he did not. But that charge phone allowed me to call something or somebody, like I said, and go to a hotel, even if it's a cheaper one. And so I can figure my way back out, out there. And
absolutely. Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
That's what the scene came to my mind when she ran her behind across the highway and everything else. She was trying to get from him.
Well, you know what? This brings back a memory. So now I'm finna tell my mama business, and that's all right because it need to be told. So my mom was dating this dude, and apparently dude had big money. And so my mother is all about fleecing the dude. If don't nobody know, let me tell you something about John D. Honey, she gonna get to the bag. You understand? She gonna get it. She want it. She want to let you know that that's what she want. And that's what she's about. Don't know love, live here. My mom was messing with this married man. She would have like candles and shit around her house, and she put it in a bag and go, here, go take this home to your wife as a gift. I said, yo, what? So yeah, she was like, "Oh, I have this little soap dish. So here, put this, go take this home to your wife." Jonya's wild. Okay. Jonya's wild. But I had to be about 12 years old. And she got flued out. Dude, I think was from Puerto Rico. So they went to Puerto Rico. And I remember her packing. She was getting a little outfits together and whatnot. And she came back early. And I was like, I remember being like, "Ooh, what you doing here early?" And then, I was a kid. When you were younger, you had to be seen and not heard. So I was sitting around to the table, while she kikiing with her girlfriends. And I ain't say nothing because, then they just get comfortable. And what she said that he got very upset when there was no sex on the table. And she was like he had like approached her, and she kind of had to feel like her way through to like get her plane ticket so she could haul ass out of there. But the more I think about, and this is why it's also important to think about the stories that your parents had told. Something in that ain't quite right, because Johnny would have gave it up. She don't care about no cat. Johnny gonna give up the cat. Listen, if you paying, Johnny giving it up. So let's put that on the table. So something else must have been going on that she ain't want to give up no cat. If for him to be that upset and her to have that Tina moment where she had to run for her life. But she said she had to run for her life and she had to get home. And that's back when, so she at least had the foresight to be able to get the plane ticket to come on back home. Because now that I think about it, Johnny couldn't afford no plane back home. She sure couldn't have. Now that's back in the 90s and everything like that there, but no, sometimes you catch your parents slipping and they pimping. Like now I think about it, like, wait, 2 + 2 definitely equaled 18. Something in that wasn't right. Something was missing there. But
she had a reason.
She had a reason. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with that.
Sometimes even when Kiki with their friends, like you say, they're telling side. So also our parents, they were close. They talked to their girlfriends, but not, I feel, as close as like even with my mom and her sisters and my auntie, my godmothers when they was here. But I still don't think it's as deep and as in depth as it is with us.
I agree. You know why?
We don't leave out nothing like us, the sisters and when we get together.
Yes. But I think that's because we've also learned, like, them being quiet, they suffered in their quiet. That's why I got to tell you, girl, okay, look, it looked like this, it went like this, he said that, I said this, and so on and so forth, because we're a little freer. Because back in the day growing up, well, go on in here, stay in here. So they kept things a little closer to the chest. And I think we're a little bit more open because we understand that it could kill you keeping all that stuff inside too. You know what I mean?
Right.
I do.
That's true.
Yeah, I agree.
That's true. So I think it's that way, and I think it trickles down, and even like with my mom, even now she'll say, like, when my sisters and I, when we talk to her, it's like she's not like shocked. She just take a deep breath and she just says like, "Oh, I love the bond we have because we talk." It's not the same talk, raunchy talk, because it's still kind of like our mom, but sometimes
sure, absolutely,
you just happen to be there to hear it, and you just have to hear it, just like
right.
To the street. This is your children, adult children.
Yeah.
And, and it's like, Tisha, you said that? I said it. Why you act like I didn't say it?
Right. I said it.
I said it.
I said it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I still struggle with, like, because I'm an adult and I curse like a sailor. But even I put curse words inside of curse words. And that's because I grew up in that household. My mother, baby, let me tell you something. You ain't been cussed out good till Margaret Dorsey Anderson cussed you out. You understand? And my grandma didn't give a fuck. She cussed the pastor out. He was playing with her man, and she said, hold my purse, honey. And she cussed that pastor from the rooter to the tutor, because don't play with her man. All right? Don't do it. But I still struggle. I do not curse in front of my mom and dad. And it's almost like painful. It's almost like I want to do it real bad. Because, like, they can't do nothing. They ain't going to spank me. What the hell? I'm 45 years old. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and they cuss in front of their parents, and they always have. But something in me is still so uncomfortable. So even
different level of respect.
Yeah.
It's like
I guess
something that you could do, but you choose not to do. You know
but
what I
I
mean?
but I feel hindered. And I feel hindered. So like sometimes, like we're having this conversation.
You really want to go to grandma and just give it all to her. That's what you're telling me.
I know, but like, so like what I'm saying is, we're doing this now. So I'm going to post it. We're going to post it. It's going to live. And my dad be on TikTok, which is really wild for me. So my dad be on TikTok and he be liking my stuff. So he may not like it, but he'll call me like, yeah, so I want to be upgraded or whatever. And it's like, why are you on my phone, sir? Like, what do you do? Like, hello, McFly, like, get out of here. So I feel sometimes like even now, I'm being my true authentic self, but there's a part of me that's like, don't curse because your dad gonna see it. But I just listen, if you, I don't know, fuck shit, bitch ass and son of a bitch. Like, I don't know. If you don't like it and you can't handle it, then don't come around here. Because if you can, I can handle it. If you can't handle it, just don't come around here. So, but I do feel like a little weird still in sharing with my mom and my dad in that way. Not cursing in front of them. It's weird because I want to. Yeah. Because I'm so open about everything else, right? So I'd be like, yeah. And P.S. Yo, my dad talks to me about sex. His sex life, which is so uncomfortable. Sir, I don't want to know. 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 He's like, all right, where can I get waxed? Sir, what? I don't want to think about you laying on the table and getting a wax. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. So, and I also feel like that's got to be payback or something, because you can't just come over here just spewing whatever you want to spew and then I gotta hold it. Yet I want to cuss and spit and talk, and I'm just like, but what will my parents think? God damn it, they gonna think shit because they around here just saying whatever the fuck they feel like saying
and do what they want to do.
Tisha, seriously, sister, I want to tell you something. It's a wonder that I am a halfway decent person because I was raised by feral wolves. You're lucky that I even speak the king's English. I swear to God. I'm telling you, my parents had no business being parents. You hear me? None. They had no business. It's like, So it's a wonder that I have one moral bone in my body. The fact that I'm not a bank robber and like, I don't know, a serial killer is wild because I was. Woo, we thank God, huh? Like, yes. I just gotta get
build our own as we grow, because I think coming up as a kid, you probably just would have thought I was just going to be an absolute saint. You know what I mean?
I could see that. I could see that.
You dress in a certain way, you look good and your parents look good, and and things is like, on the surface, everything is just like great. Even though they were divorced, everybody did, I think when I was raised, and I think this is so true, the way I perceive it now, this is how my perception is of my parents. They raised us that how it looks is how it is. So
okay.
You know what I'm saying? So when people see you, they always see that you look good, and your mother always kept you dressed nice. Your father always had a nice car. They both have great jobs. They were considered middle class America. He was corrections, and my mother was a postal worker, and that was it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They like best apartments and so forth and so on. But they don't talk about the alcoholism. They don't talk about the depression and how you see it on the outside. And it goes back to what you said earlier. What go on this house stays in this house, because that's how they were raised. What go on this house stays in this house. So let people think and perceive however they want. But you know what I'm saying? But you look good going outside with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I'm saying?
absolutely.
And even growing up, you know what I'm saying? It's not, you got religion going on. You got the church Monday, Wednesday, Friday, all day Saturday, all day Sunday, and all of that. Keeping that same look, keeping that same persona, right? Yes. And you start to stray in your own way, finding your own path, right? Wrong or different, right? And it's like, what is my granddaughter doing with a husband? Like, what the hell? How do we get that? Why are you not with Deacon Jones' son?
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
No, for sure. For sure. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You kind of pick your own path and you go your own path, and you know what I'm saying? And that be that. And even in that lifestyle, I'm not saying that is right. It's all again looks
what it
good
looks like.
Yeah,
what it looks good. Yeah, what it looks good. Like.
If you in your 20s, you in your 30s, it's looking good because you on the inside don't know where he at. He lying, he cheating, y'all fighting. You got a black eye underneath your Chanel sunglasses, but when you step outside, you got the looks and you got the image. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely,
I think that kind of all goes back to that, like full circle.
Yeah,
and I think that as we grow. And we get to a point in our lives where we start unpacking shit.
Come on.
And people sometimes they can't take it. Like they can't take it.
That's the truth. I think that's what we love about each other. Is that we're just open about what it is. Because let me tell you something, I ain't finna change not one goddamn thing. It is what it is. And you ain't finna make me feel bad about it. The hell. That's why, because we've done our work to be comfortable in exactly what you see is what you get, goddamn it. What I told you, the beach gonna get what I got, goddamn it. This man, do you know, laying in the bed, this bastard lifts up my fupa. I said, you bastard. He legit, he lifted it up. Excuse me. Why would you touch me like that? Why would you touch me inappropriate like that, sir? But that's it. Let me tell you something. That's what it is. I ain't got no faja. I'm not going to bed with one. I got every stretch mark, dimple, wimple, and everything else there is. You understand? And that's what it is. Here it is. Look, and I have the nerves to pose. Here, take this. Here it is.
I can't stand it.
Yeah, that's right. Lift this goddamn fupa up. That's right. Lift it up. Yeah. I think he wanted to see if I was wearing drawers. That's the part. He wanted to see if I was wearing drawers, and he had to lift my fupa in order to see it because he couldn't.
I can't. You know what? I can't stand him anymore. I can't.
That's the level of comfortability I am with myself. Like, yes, I would like to change it, some things, but I ain't finna do it now. I ain't got the money. So here it is. I'm not hiding nothing. That's why I think, the other part about why I put my business out in the street, it is what it is. So that when they come around here to watch us and, when we have conversation and they're going to go, oh my God, she said that and did. She did this and did. Yeah, I'm all the things. And so you can either be here or not, baby. This is cilantro. Some people like it and some people don't. It ain't for everybody. Okay. All right. So that has been Sis, Let's Unpack It. So we have unpacked so many things, too many for me to even think about. We started off unpacking a side chick situation or finding out that your man is with somebody else. So we've unpacked that. And then we unpacked traveling with no money. Girl, don't y'all never, ever do that again. Okay. Take it from Auntie Vel and Auntie Tisha. Don't do that. You better have something in your pocket, a prepaid debt. I don't know what it is, but be able to have some money to get your ass home. Okay. All right.
If you don't have the money and you don't even want him to know you don't have money, you wait till you get paid or wait till you get that check on the 3rd. Don't take your ass nowhere without no money. I don't
nowhere.
And the older folks, your ass know better. Wait till you get your Social Security on the 3rd before you go somewhere. Fucking go nowhere with no man and he's flying you nowhere. He can't come get you in a Cadillac if you don't have no goddamn money. You better.
That's it. All right, don't piss this off. So if you enjoyed our show, then you come on back and see us again next week, and we'll be here. What we'll be talking about, child, we don't know. We just doing this. We just getting started. This is what it's gonna be. It's gonna be what it's gonna be, and we're gonna give you what we got. And that's all the hell we got. So we'll see you again next week. Thanks so much and take care. Bye.
Bye.